Our world loves company. We thrive in the hustle and bustle of social interactions, where laughter and conversations fill the air. It's in our nature to seek out the warmth of companionship, to feel connected and understood. We are social creatures, drawn to interaction. From the lively chatter at parties to the comforting presence of family gatherings, these moments of togetherness are cherished and celebrated. They form the fabric of our social lives, weaving connections that bring us joy and fulfillment. But what about those moments when we crave solitude? When the noise of the world becomes overwhelming and we yearn for a quiet space to reflect and recharge. These moments of solitude are often overlooked, misunderstood, and even stigmatized. Society often paints being alone as something negative. We associate solitude with sadness, isolation, and a sense of being left out. The image of someone sitting alone in a crowded place or in a dimly lit room evokes feelings of pity and concern. We think of loneliness, boredom, and isolation. The idea of being alone is often linked to a lack of activity, a void that needs to be filled. We fear the silence, the emptiness, and the potential for negative thoughts to creep in. But what if we shifted our perspective? What if we saw solitude not as a void, but as a canvas for self-discovery and growth? Imagine the peace that comes from sitting alone in a serene setting, the clarity that emerges from quiet meditation. Being alone doesn't have to equal loneliness. It can be a time of contentment, a moment to savor a cup of coffee in a cozy cafe, or to lose oneself in the pages of a book in a sunlit park. These solitary moments can be deeply fulfilling and enriching. In fact, solitude can be a source of incredible power and joy. It offers us the freedom to explore our passions, to engage in activities that bring us happiness and fulfillment. Whether it's practicing yoga in the tranquility of nature or painting in the bright light of a studio, solitude allows us to connect with our true selves. It's a chance to reconnect with ourselves, to dive deep into our thoughts and passions. Solitude provides the space to journal by a peaceful riverside, to practice a musical instrument without distractions, and to nurture our creativity and inner world. Think of solitude not as an absence, but as a presence, the presence of yourself. It's an opportunity to sit alone on a beach, feeling the contentment of your own company, or to take a solitary walk through a forest, embracing the beauty of nature and your own thoughts. It's time to reclaim solitude, to stand confidently alone on a hilltop, to embrace the quiet moments in a garden, and to recognize the strength and joy that come from being comfortable in our own company. Let's explore the unexpected joys of spending time alone and discover how it can enrich our lives in profound ways. From exploring a museum at our own pace to cooking a meal just for ourselves, these solitary experiences can bring immense satisfaction and personal growth. Embrace the misunderstood joy of solitude and let it transform your life. In the hustle of daily life, our energy gets depleted. We often find ourselves caught in a whirlwind of activities, constantly moving from one task to another without a moment to pause. The demands of work, social obligations, and the never-ending stream of information can leave us feeling drained and overwhelmed. We're constantly interacting, processing information, and responding to external stimuli. Our minds are perpetually engaged, whether it's through conversations, digital interactions, or the simple act of navigating through our daily routines. This continuous engagement can take a toll on our mental and emotional well-being. Solitude acts like a balm for the soul. It provides a sanctuary where we can retreat from the chaos and noise of everyday life. In these moments of solitude, we find a space to breathe, to think, and to simply exist without the pressures of external demands. It gives your mind a break from the constant stimulation. When we allow ourselves to step away from the hustle and bustle, we create an opportunity for our minds to rest and rejuvenate. This mental break is essential for maintaining our overall well-being. This mental break allows you to recharge and return to your life feeling refreshed. By taking time for solitude, we can replenish our energy reserves and approach our daily tasks with renewed vigor and clarity. Studies show that solitude reduces stress and anxiety. When we spend time alone, away from the constant demands and expectations of others, we give ourselves the chance to unwind and decompress. This reduction in stress can have profound effects on our mental and physical health. When you're alone, You step away from social pressures and expectations. In solitude, we are free from the need to conform to societal norms or meet the expectations of those around us. This freedom allows us to reconnect with our true selves and explore our own thoughts and desires. This freedom allows you to relax and simply be. Without the constant input from others, we can let go of our worries and immerse ourselves in the present moment. This state of relaxation is crucial for our mental and emotional well-being. Solitude also boosts your self-awareness. In the quiet moments of solitude, we have the opportunity to turn our attention inward and reflect on our thoughts, feelings, and experiences. This introspection is a powerful tool for personal growth and self-discovery. Without distractions, you can reflect on your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. By taking the time to sit with our thoughts, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the world. This self-awareness is essential for making informed decisions and leading a fulfilling life. This introspection leads to greater self-understanding and emotional well-being. As we become more attuned to our inner selves, we can cultivate a sense of peace and contentment that enhances our overall quality of life. Embracing solitude is not just about being alone, it's about finding a deeper connection with ourselves and nurturing our mental and emotional health. Enjoying solitude is about finding what brings you joy and peace in your own company. Explore hobbies you've always wanted to try. Painting, writing, playing an instrument, the possibilities are endless. Dive into a captivating book. Losing yourself in a good story is a wonderful way to enjoy quiet time. Take a walk in nature. The fresh air, the sounds of birdsong, the feeling of sun on your skin. Nature is a powerful antidote to the stresses of daily life. These are just a few ideas. The key is to experiment and discover what resonates with you. Many great minds throughout history have embraced solitude. Think of artists like Georgia O'Keeffe, who found inspiration in the vast landscapes of New Mexico, or writers like Henry David Thoreau, who retreated to Walden Pond to live deliberately and connect with nature. These individuals understood the power of solitude to fuel creativity and self-discovery. Their stories remind us that solitude is not a sign of weakness, but a source of strength and inspiration. Section 5. The Art of Conversation with Yourself. One of the most rewarding aspects of solitude is the opportunity for self-reflection. When you're alone, you can engage in deep conversations with yourself. Ask yourself important questions. What are my values? What are my passions? What brings me joy? Journaling can be a helpful tool for this process. Writing down your thoughts and feelings allows you to process them more clearly. Don't be afraid to be honest with yourself. Solitude is a safe space for vulnerability and self-discovery. Section 6. Solitude as a catalyst for creativity. Throughout history, artists, writers, and musicians have found inspiration in solitude. When you're alone, your mind is free to wander. New connections are made. Ideas emerge from the depths of your imagination. Some of the most groundbreaking works of art, literature, and music were born out of solitude. Embrace the quiet moments. Let your mind wander. You might be surprised by the creative sparks that ignite. Section 7. From fear of missing out to the joy of missing out. In today's hyper-connected world, we're constantly bombarded with images and stories of other people's lives. It's easy to fall into the trap of FOMO, the fear of missing out. But what if we shifted our focus? Instead of fearing what we're missing, let's embrace the joy of missing out, JOMO. Solitude gives us permission to disconnect from the noise and pressure of the outside world. It allows us to focus on what truly matters to us. Embrace the freedom of saying no to social obligations and yes to quiet time. Section 8. Building a healthy relationship with solitude. Like any relationship, your relationship with solitude takes time and effort. Start small. Begin by setting aside a few minutes each day to be alone with your thoughts. This can be a time for reflection, meditation, or simply enjoying a quiet moment. Begin with just 15 to 20 minutes of alone time each day. Use this time to engage in activities that you enjoy, such as reading a book, sipping a cup of tea, or simply sitting quietly and letting your mind wander. Gradually increase this as you become more comfortable. Create a solitude sanctuary. This is a special place where you can retreat to whenever you need some alone time. It should be a space that feels safe and comforting to you. This could be a cozy corner in your home, filled with items that bring you joy and comfort. Think of a comfortable armchair, a warm blanket, and a bookshelf filled with your favorite books. A quiet spot in nature, where you can connect with the natural world and find peace in the sounds of birds chirping and leaves rustling, or a favorite coffee shop, where you can enjoy the ambient noise and the aroma of freshly brewed coffee while you read or write. Make it a place where you feel relaxed and at ease. This is your personal sanctuary, a place where you can recharge and reconnect with yourself. Most importantly, be patient with yourself. Learning to enjoy solitude is a process, and it won't happen overnight. Take deep breaths and remind yourself that it's okay to feel uncomfortable at first. It takes time to learn how to enjoy your own company. Engage in activities that you love, whether it's reading, painting, or simply sitting quietly and reflecting on your day. Don't give up if it feels awkward at first. It's normal to feel unsure or uncomfortable when you're not used to being alone. Keep trying different activities until you find what works best for you. The rewards are well worth the effort. Over time, you'll find that you not only enjoy your own company, but also feel more at peace and content. Celebrate your progress and the small victories along the way. Section 9. Embrace the power of alone, a call to solitude. In a world that constantly demands our attention, solitude is a radical act. It's a way of reclaiming your time, your energy, and your life. It's about discovering the power and beauty of your own company. So I encourage you to embrace the power of alone. Carve out time for solitude in your life. Explore its many gifts. You might be surprised by what you discover. Remember, you are your own best company. Enjoy the journey.